Catholic hospital in Oklahoma faces an odd choice. Blow out the candle in their hospital sanctuary that's part of their religious beliefs, or risk losing federal money. Senators from Medicare and Medicaid services would strip the hospital of accreditation, so they're unable to accept Medicare, Medicaid, or CHIP patients. In other words, are unable to help the poorest who need it the most. Lori Windham represents the hospital in their fight to keep the candle and to keep treating the poor. Thank you for being here. All right, so as I understand it, it's a candle in the chapel, if you will, of the hospital. Several sprinkler heads, an exhaust fan, double glass casing, bronze top enclosing flame, and it was approved by the fire marshal.
That's exactly right.
Okay. So why not be like every other hospital or lots of other places, even churches, that have a paper or plastic or electric light candle that represents this and not a real flame?
Well, so this is a Catholic hospital. They believe that this is important to be able to represent the presence of Christ. This is something that's been there for many years. And as you said, it hasn't been a problem. The fire marshal's been fine with it. The federal accreditors have been fine with it. Everybody thought it was fine until this year.
All right. So do we have any idea why this was the letter from HHS to St. Francis? Specifically, answer number 14 addresses the use of lighted candles. It states such candles must be placed in a substantial candle holder and supervised at all times they are lighted. According to the information gathered by the Joint Commission in the survey finding, there was a lit candle with an open flame unattended 24/7. Why now?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know why now, because this is a flame that has been lit for many years. This chapel was blessed and consecrated by the bishop. It's been an important part of their religious exercise, and it has never been a problem. This seems to be some kind of new interpretation of the rules that CMS has adopted. We've warned CMS that this is a violation of St. Francis's religious freedom, and their initial answer was to say, no, that's too bad. You're going to have to blow out the candle.
All right, so CMS is the people who accredit this, and obviously this is a hospital in Oklahoma which has, a really large poor population. You have a lot of Native American populations that get help and services at this hospital they wouldn't otherwise be able to get. I'm just wondering, do you think that there's some sort of attack on religious liberty, or is it just a regulator being overzealous? I guess what I'm getting at is, do you guys think this is personal, or just someone, a new certifier saying, well, I got to enforce the rules as they're written?
We don't know why this happened, but we do know that this is a huge misunderstanding of what St. Francis's religious exercise is all about. In America, you don't have to make the choice between serving the poor, living out your faith, and also being able to worship in the chapel. That's something that they've been able to do both very successfully for decades. They should be able to continue doing both of those things.
Yeah, it's one of these that kind of makes your head scratch. Okay, so what happens? They say they're not going to blow out the flame. You sue, but I guess at some point there's going to be an interim time when you may have a lack of funding, right?
So the clock is ticking right now. They've got 24 days until Medicare and Medicaid are cut off. And what we've told HHS is that if you don't retreat, if you don't back down on this and do the right thing, then we are going to take you to federal court on an emergency basis. And we believe that if we do that, we will win.
Put this into numbers for us. How many people 24 days from now don't get the real care, the care they need, the care they deserve, the care that is being provided by this religious organization?
I want to emphasize that we're confident that we're going to win this. We're going to wrap this up within 24 days. But it's important to know this is the largest hospital in Oklahoma. They served 400,000 patients last year. This is a really critical point of healthcare access in the city of Tulsa and in the state.
Wow, a state that has some issues when it comes to healthcare through no fault of their own. Lori, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Update us, all right?
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.